Well, good day. Today I'm going to teach you a little bit about how to make your voice sound better in Audacity. Now, the first thing I would like to remind you is to make sure that you have your mic placed properly, about 3 to 6 inches away from your mouth so that you're not getting as many P pops. You also want to make sure you've got a windscreen or something over your microphone to help resist some of those implosions as well. Then once you've got that, then we're going to get ready to record. The first thing we want to do is to record about 5 seconds of silence, and we'll explain that a little bit later. But we're going to record about 5 seconds of silence, and then we're going to talk a little bit, and we're going to process this sound and make it sound even better. So let's start with the 5 seconds of silence. Okay, so now we've recorded 5 seconds of silence and we began recording whatever it is we're going to do. If it's an interview or whatever, I'm going to stop before it gets to the end of the screen and then we'll start. So now we have this audio file. And the first thing we're going to do is remove noise. So what we're going to do is we're going to select this area of silence here and we're going to go to Effect, and then find noise removal. And we're getting our noise profile. The silence here gives us the noise profile of this room. And so we're going to click Get Noise Profile, and then we're going to select the entire track, and we're going to go back to noise removal, and we're going to click OK. So now we've removed, as best the audio software can, all the area noise from the room, the environmental noise. And so that gives us a clean slate from which to work. Then next we're going to normalize this audio. We'll normalize this audio about 3 different times, and it serves its purpose to do some things to make this audio sound as even as possible throughout the whole recording. So we're going to go down here from Effect to Normalize, and I like to leave it right at -1 decibel. That's normally the default for Audacity, but if it's not, make sure it's right around there. And so we're going to click OK. And so now it has normalized it. And notice it's made it a little bit louder there. And so we're going to be doing some things to balance all of this out. So the first thing we're going to do after we normalize is we're going to compress. So we go back to Effects and we go to Compressor. Now, the only thing I really change in this, if I'm not mistaken, it's set at default at -12 and Makeup Gain is clicked. Well, the only things I change in this is I move my threshold from -12 to somewhere between -15 and -20. It's right now at -18, and I'm going to make sure that neither one of these boxes are clicked. And then I'm going to click on OK. So now I've compressed all my audio and I've brought it down, and it's a little bit level and even across the whole board. And so now I get to equalize. Now, if you're a guy, you really want to add some bass to this. Ladies, I would suggest doing the same thing as well because you want to have a well-rounded voice. So I go back to Effect, then I go to Equalization. And the first thing I do is I go down here and I select Bass Boost. And when I select Bass Boost, it increases all this bass here and everything else is flat. So I'm going to click OK. And now I've increased the bass, the bottom volume of the audio, and I need to add some presence now. So I'm going to go back to Equalization, and I'm going to select Treble Boost. And so now with Treble Boost, I've increased the volume of the upper end of the audio spectrum, and that gives me more presence to my voice. See, we had some spikes here that increased because that was maybe an S or some sound that had a lot of treble presence. So now I've got it equalized, and now that I've done that, I need to re-normalize. This is the second of the 3 normalize steps that we take, and I click OK. Now I've boosted the audio volume up again, and now I need to limit I need to set a hard limit. So this one, you click Effect and you go all the way down and you see Hard Limiter right there, and you click Hard Limit. And then I try to keep that between -5 and -3. And so -4 is right in the middle. That's good. So we're going to keep that at -4. Click OK. And see, I've cut off the high ends there so I don't have a lot of distortion in my audio. And so now that gives us one more step. We're going to re-normalize. This is the third and final normalization. So we're going to click OK one more time. It brings that audio back up. It's taken all my highs and distortions off of the ends of it. And so now we have an opportunity to listen. Now you hear my voice now, and this is the way we recorded this, was just the way you hear my voice now. Now listen to it once we've finished all this process. Okay, so now we've recorded 5 seconds of silence, and we began recording whatever it is we're going to do. If it's an interview or whatever, I'm going to stop before it gets to the end of the screen, and then we'll continue on and see how the difference is. I hope you enjoyed this. Have a great day.